Premiered this past Monday, the new Celebrity Apprentice on NBC, and there's a whole bunch of new contestants, including the lady to my right. Pleased to have back here on the Rich Eisen Show, Laila Ali. Good to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Why'd you do this one? Why'd you do this?
Because I just felt like it was a good time for me personally. You always got to think of yourself when you're a public person and your brand, and some things that I'm working on, like my cookbook's coming out fall 2017.
Okay.
I just have a new podcast that just aired, Laila Ali Lifestyle, on iTunes and Podcast One.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it's really good. And then the Celebrity Apprentice moving to LA. You know, I'd been asked to do it multiple times in the past, and I said no. And just with the new Celebrity Apprentice and Arnold Schwarzenegger and just the different people that were going to be advising him, like Warren Buffett and Tyra Banks and Jessica Alba, all these different people, I said, you know what, I think I'll go ahead and do it.
And Arnold's sitting there in the boardroom,
Yes.
and you're there too.
Yes.
Did you know Arnold beforehand?
I was on the Governor's Council of Physical Fitness and did a lot of work with kids in school. And the fact that I was also a past president of the Women's Sports Foundation, which is the organization that I am actually competing for, it just made sense to do. I just felt like it was going to be a good vibe. And, you know, they said we got a whole new face for the show.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like it was going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I see a lot on Twitter today about the ratings of the first show. And
Talking
all
about
that
Mr.
stuff.
Trump's tweet.
I'm talking about Mr. What'd you think of that?
He's such an interesting, annoying individual. I mean, he is running, I mean, not even running anymore, right? But I mean, like, yeah,
He's
my
about to.
nightmare. Yeah, it was a nightmare, but he's actually going to be our president. And he's tweeting about a show that if the ratings have anything to do with him, is they're not doing as well because people don't want to watch the show because of him. I've got my fans, you know, on my Instagram page and on my Facebook page saying, Laila, why would you do the show? I'm like, back in February, first of all, he wasn't even, you know, a nominee. And it wasn't even a conversation. It was like, no, Donald Trump has nothing to do with the show. And he still is not involved in the show, but he's an executive producer. There's nothing any of us can do about that. It's just amazing to me that, you know, you would think he'd want the show to do well, you know, but it's really, because he's a narcissist, it's all about him. And it's like, oh, it's not doing well because I'm not on the show anymore. It's like, no.
So this is not Arnold and him getting together with the producers saying, okay, I'll tweet this, you tweet back at this, and now you and I are talking about it?
No, that wouldn't make any sense. He's annoying the heck out of everybody, you know, and his timing is impeccable when it comes to screwing up stuff. S-H-I-T, screwing up S-H-I-T. I'll say it again.
Laila Ali here on the Rich
But I will
Eisen
say
Show.
this, though,
Yes.
that, you know, we had the Bowl, we had another show that was airing, so I thought that I was surprised it did as well as it did with all of that going on and the fact that so many people were saying they didn't want to watch it. But what we try to focus on is that, you know, Celebrity Apprentice has raised $15 million for charity over the years, so at the end of the day, it is a positive show. I mean, like I said, I turned it down 3 or 4 times when Trump was the boss, and that it wasn't because of everything he is now or we see him to be. It was, I just didn't think me and him would mesh well on the show, and I didn't want to be in a situation where, you know, I have to get in a ring with Donald Trump.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.